What's up, everybody? Welcome to day 62 of NoFap. The time is 8:42 a.m. Wait, that one's an hour behind. 7:42 a.m. I am on my way to the gym for back and bicep day. Something I want to tell you guys. I didn't make a vlog for the past 2 days. And it's because I wanted time to think. And whenever I do these vlogs, these are really updates, a little just like, hey, like this is what's going on right now. This is what I need to think about. But I didn't actually take the time to actually start thinking about a few things that have come to my attention. I've definitely dropped the ball, not only when it comes to NoFap, but when it comes to my life, especially biblically. I've been very, I guess I could just say lazy, and making a lot of excuses, and not really working to my potential, as well as starting to realize that my personality, or at least the person that I am, has, growing up, when I was thinking about my past, I was like, growing up, I used to be so much more bold, so much more, how do I say this? I mean, that's the only word, really, is bold. And now I'm so, I don't know, I feel so timid. I feel like every moment I'm just scared to do something. Like, I don't know, every time I try to approach somebody at the gym, it's terrifying, and then after I do it, it's no big deal. And I'm starting to feel like I'm being ruled by fear. A lot of the times there's so many things that I'm scared of that stop me from doing things. And it makes me upset. And I realized how much I've been living in fear. I fear what other people think of me. I fear what other people that I don't even know. I'm scared of people. I'm even scared of giving my own opinions. I'm a Christian man. There's so many times that I could have stood up for Christ, and I didn't. There's so many times I could have said, hey, I actually don't believe in what you believe in. I actually believe the opposite. Even though it could have destroyed friendship, because it wouldn't be a friendship at that point. But there's so many times that I could have stood up and said, hey, I don't believe in that. But I don't, because I have this fear, and it makes me upset that I can't do that. And I listen to so many other people that do that, and they're living amazing lives. Whether they're either millionaires who say whatever they believe in because they're millionaires, or they're Christians because they say what they believe in because they're Christians. And I'm not. I think that's the thing that when I realized, like, I've been living like that, then it started to make me upset. Like, I can say whatever I can or whatever I want to you guys because I'm on camera. I'm not talking face to face with another person. I'm talking to a camera. But right now, I mean, if I was talking to a living, breathing person, there would be so many things I wouldn't say just because I'd be scared, and that is unacceptable to me. I used to be way more bold about it. I used to take more chances, and I used to actually stand up for things. So I want to work on that. And I don't know how, and I think it just comes with, hey, I think it just comes with saying it. Just saying what I believe in. I mean, I feel like that's the only way to do it, is whenever I'm having a conversation, just say it. Just be like, oh, I don't believe in that. So, But I do miss when I look back at the past, that's the one thing that I miss about the past is I was way more bold and way less careful. At least when it comes to, I mean, I was way more bold with other things too that were detrimental to me. But, you know, I want to be more bold. I want to be more, I don't want to be ruled by fear. I guess that's the main takeaway from all of it. I don't want to be ruled by my fears. So, it just comes with recognizing those opportunities. And I want to. As soon as I can, I want to recognize those opportunities. But for now, I'm going to head to the gym for some back and bicep day. So, oh, by the way, this is my backup car. My old, the other car that I usually film these vlogs in, I usually drive around in, has some issues. I think it's something to do with the alignment. The alignment of my wheels are messed up, which is why when I drive, the wheel like jerks a little bit, and I'm like, okay, that's makes me uncomfortable. So I'm gonna have to take that in to get that fixed. But I need money for that, so still looking for a job. Still looking. I'm surprised at how difficult it is to find a job in LA, even a burger flipping job. So I'm going to be working on that, but I also have come to terms with my own laziness. My own, you know, there are times where I do, in fact, allow myself to be distracted, whether by games, whether by YouTube videos. You know, there's so many times where I let myself be distracted. So recognizing that as well. But all that self-reflection, I'm happy it happened, but I certainly need to make a lot more changes in my life. And it's gonna hurt, it's gonna suck, but I've always said embrace the suck. That's how you get better in life. So, I'm going up to work out now. I'll update you guys in a little bit. For now, check out my workout. What's up, everybody? We're back. It is 9:49 p.m. Let's go over everything that's happened today. I just got out of the shower, so let's go over everything that's happened today. So I got back from the gym. Okay. So I missed an opportunity at the gym. However, I did talk to somebody today. It was very nice. It was very cool, and he was asking me about push-ups. And I could tell he was new to the gym. I could tell he was new to working out because his push-up form was lacking. And I didn't want to... I know for me, I would want someone to correct my form. But it felt kind of weird to just go up to a dude and try to correct... it felt kind of weird to try and correct somebody's form. But I think in the long run, if I ever see him again, I'll probably tell him, like, hey... your form's kind of off. You're not working out what push-ups are supposed to work out. However, he asked me about push-ups. I could tell he was new, and I wanted to give him some encouragement. But he was telling me, how many push-ups should you do a day? Somebody said 200. And I told him, well, 200 is a good start. I told him 200 is a good start. But I used to do 20 push-ups a day now, and I pushed it up to 50 push-ups a day. 50 push-ups an hour. 20 push-ups an hour, and then 50 push-ups an hour, and then everywhere I go. And he was kind of like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. But I told him, like, I don't really have a set number of daily push-ups to do. But, you know, if you set a goal for yourself, go for it, you know, and don't don't let yourself fail, because if you fail, you'll lose trust in yourself. So set a goal that you can achieve. And if it's 200, go for it. If it's 300, absolutely. But set that goal for yourself, and you're not allowed to fail. Because if you fail, you'll lose trust in yourself. And that's worse than not being able to do however many push-ups. You know? Set a goal. Don't set a realistic goal either. Set a goal that's actually challenging. But yeah, that was cool. That was a cool interaction. But the interaction that I wanted to have, the missed opportunity that I had, was there was a really, really, really attractive girl at the gym, and I wanted to go up to her and tell her she was pretty, but I didn't get the chance to. Sorry. That's not the right language. I had ample opportunity. I had every chance in the world to do it, and I didn't. I chickened out, probably because she was new. Most of the time I do whenever I do compliment girls and tell them they're pretty, most of the time I've seen them around before. They're usually regulars. Well, semi-regulars. But this girl I'd never seen before, she was new, and I was like, oh man. But the next time I see her, I'm gonna do it. Next time I see her, I'm gonna do it. And I was in a better mood at the gym today. I was way happier. And I know that's all, it doesn't matter how I feel, I'm gonna do what I need to do, but just thinking about all the things that have happened to me and all the things I've been blessed with, I was just in a really good mood at the gym. And yeah, it's nice to just sit and reflect and be like, yeah, I'm in a really good place. Even though I'm not where I want to be, I'm in a really good place, and that's okay. So got out of the gym, came home, showered, and I got an audition. I got an audition today. Like, once I finished going to the gym, I looked at my phone and I saw I had an audition today at 11 a.m. And I was like, oh, okay, gotta get ready for that. And it didn't go so well. It didn't go so well. Not because I wasn't prepared for it, but because when we went, I think it was because they weren't prepared for it. Because I was the first group to go. I usually am like in the third group or past the third group when they've already, auditioned people. But I was in the first group. Like, they didn't audition anybody else before then. We were the first group to go. And this was somebody's directorial debut. And so we went in there as pretty much the scapegoats. We pretty much went in there as the scapegoats. So he was giving us notes. We were taking those notes. And then when we left, one of the people came out and started giving a breakdown of how the director wants things to go, which we didn't get because we were the test subjects. We were the scapegoats. So we're like, well, it is what it is. I did my best. I'm not going to say I didn't do my best. So, yeah, I'm not thinking much about that audition. So I'm probably not going to get cast for it, but who cares, honestly. But it was still a good experience. And I went home and I started working. And I worked for a long time. And I think I started catching myself wasting time. Like, whenever I started catching myself wasting time, I was like, stop it. There's plenty of time for that later. Right now, you need to max out every single moment. Not even second, moment. You need to max out every single moment right now. You need to start working. You need to start inputting so you can get some output at the very least. You need to start inputting. And when you go forward, like when that's how you start your day, when you start your day saying, I'm going to maximize my input for this day, you set the standard. You set the standard for the rest of the day. Like you find yourself, like you snap out of your distractions, That's what happened for me. That's what happened for me for some of the day, for most of the day actually, was when I found myself distracted, I'm like, okay, get focused, back on track, max out every second, max out every moment. Create more input. And so, yeah, today was just a really hyper-focused day. I felt like this day was the most productive day I've had in a long time. So, yeah, I think that's one of the strategies. That's one of the strategies I'm going to use is maximize your, and that really helped with NoFap. NoFap for today was easy because of that. It was super easy because I just said no to my distractions and said, you started the day saying you will maximize your input. So maximize it. Every single moment, get to work, put something forward, do something productive. And with that start of the day, it kind of propelled the rest of the day. So that's my advice. That's my advice for NoFap for today. Because NoFap, along with every other thing that's enjoyable, but it's still bad for you, it's a distraction. It's a distraction from the things that you should be doing, which is, being productive, whether that's your work, whether that's a side hustle, whether that's some gig, like whatever it is, something's gonna distract you. It could be YouTube, it could be pornography, something's gonna distract you. So my advice for today for NoFap, start your day with the right mindset. That will set the tone for the entire day. But start the day with the right mindset. Start the day, for me, praying. I get up, I make my bed, I put my face down on my bed and I pray. And after that, what changed after the prayer, I said, okay, we're going to maximize input today. We're going to do as much work as we can. We're going to minimize distractions, and we're going to put out something. We're going to put out as much work as we can. So with that start of the day, it was pretty smooth. It was a pretty smooth day. So that's my advice for everybody. Let's get to your comments and questions from 3 videos ago. BKN. I relapse, I feel bad. My friend, that's a very common thing. Whenever people relapse, they feel bad. That's what happens. But the thing to remember the most after you've relapsed, the most important thing is, sure, you could feel bad, it's your feelings, but those feelings go away. When those feelings go away, what then? Are you going to go back to the way you were? No. Analyze what went wrong. You need to analyze what went wrong. You need to think. Sit down and think. Get rid of all your distractions. Get rid of everything. Sit down, think. What was the thing that caused me to relapse? And don't say, it was my addiction or something like that. No, sit down and actually think about it. What led to that moment? What led to you looking stuff like that up? What led to you doing what you did? What led to your relapse? Think about it. And then when you've identified what that thing is, get it out of your life. Every time you relapse, it should be a sign that something that you're doing isn't right. Something in your life, you have something in your life or something you do in your life isn't right. It isn't good for me. And you need to be able to recognize that, and then sometimes it'll suck, but you gotta rip it out of your life. There's a lot of things that I gave up. I haven't played a video game I haven't played a video game for a while. I used to game every single day, and then I stopped. I used to watch YouTube videos for hours, and now I only watch it a few times a day. But yeah, there's scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through TikTok, scrolling through any kind of social media, you'll see stuff that will cause you to relapse, but you've got to identify what that is, and you've got to cut that out. Got to cut it out of your life. So sit there, forget the distractions, and really think. Really analyze what went wrong. And that's how you move forward. And don't feel too bad for too long. It happens. But if you don't learn from it, then you're a fool. Don't be a fool. If it happens, learn from it. So, I'm rooting for you, man. I'm with you. Everybody else watching this video is with you. You got this, bro. Oh, you already have you have replies too. Mike, you didn't lose all your progress. Wash your hands and restart immediately. Keep going forward. That's absolutely right. You know, if you sit in your if you sit in your own despair, you're just gonna be like, oh, you're gonna be depressed. You're gonna be sad. You're gonna be like, oh man, this is too hard. All that stuff. Stop. Don't tell that to yourself. You're manifesting it. Don't manifest it. What you think and what you say, and what you say to yourself too, and what you think about yourself in your own head, that manifests your actions. So don't even manifest that stuff, man. Once if you relapse, feel bad. You can feel bad. I'm not telling you can't feel bad, but don't sit in it. Don't wallow in it. You got to think about the future. You got to think about moving forward, man. Low-key bored. For though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again. Proverbs 24:16. That's humanity. Really, that's humanity. Especially those that follow Christ. Every single time we fall, we're reminded that we're human and we need a savior. We need Christ. Every moment. Like, it's a humbling thing to get. It's a great thing to get humbled. You know, when you get humbled, when things go wrong in your life, when things go wrong in your life, just you start to realize, oh man, like, I'm just a human and I'm not perfect, but somebody was perfect. Somebody still is perfect, and they died for me. So that's, that keeps me humble. I hope that keeps you humble. We're not perfect human beings. We're going to mess up. But when we mess up, we can look to Christ and say, he never messed up. And he died for me, a sinner. So stay strong, stay focused. That's all I got for you guys today. I'm going to ask a question for people to answer. I want to know, what's one habit what was one habit that you either are struggling to get rid of or have gotten rid of that's the hardest one? What's the hardest one to get rid of? And for me, that was probably video games. That one was the hardest for me to give up, was video games. And I still game once in a while, but not as much as I used to. And it's because I grew up playing video games, and I was so engrossed in like fantasy and stuff like that, and I liked the escapism of gaming. And then I realized that I can't live in a fantasy anymore. Like, I've been hurt so bad by reality that constantly escaping into fantasy, I can't keep living that way. So I stopped gaming so much. I game once in a while. There are days where I don't even game at all, but that was the hardest one to give up, because I make a lot of friends through gaming too, and I haven't talked with them in a long time, but giving that up was hard. Giving that up was really hard, because I guess it's not really gaming. I guess it's my gaming friends. Those are the hardest to give up. And I could still talk to them and all that stuff, but I can't hang out with them anymore. Not with the person I am, not with the way things are going. But let me know, what's one thing that's really hard to give up, or what's one thing you've already given up that was the hardest. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you all for watching. Tomorrow's probably going to be the same thing, maximizing every moment. So I hope all of you are doing well with your NoFap journeys. If you've relapsed recently, hey, get back on that horse. Analyze what went wrong. Move forward. You got this. Stay strong. Stay focused. I'm with you guys. I know you guys are with me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.